Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Divide by Sheep. With any bit of luck, we may be able to naturally solve the remaining puzzles. I don't know if I'm gonna say all in this episode, but if we jump in quickly and can just find the ones that are missing stars, we may very well do that. Alright, so your first instinct here would be to burn the 9 sheep. That'll get you to first, but then obviously that won't get you the 2 remaining. So then your second instinct really has to just be to reduce the number down. Which then that's going to probably behoove us to keep things somewhat separate here. Let's see, if I kill these 3, then I kill 4, that's not going to work. So we've got to kill something in an intermediate step. So just burn that, and that gets us to that spot. And then that. And that gets us our 2 sheep. But weirdly, it leaves us 3 short for the 3rd star. So we want to leave as many wolves in play as possible. Maybe it's supposed to be like a 5. Now I need this too. Could I possibly just move things around here? I guess I could. Whoops. I got the numbers wrong somehow. But let's pretend that that would have been the right number of deaths. Then this plus this would have been 7. Let's try that again. So this is the loop here with a full 4 2x2 grid, where this is not a loop. So if anything is going to change, it has to be something like this. Okay. And then it wants 6 deaths. Is there a way to do 6 deaths? We kind of need 1 empty spot, or we need to merge some things. Put the sheep here. And then you threw that here. Now it wants 4 deaths. We put the sheep over here. That's 2 deaths remaining. And if I was to burn this though, that gets the right amount. And that gets us here. But it puts us 1 too many. Which wouldn't be the problem if we had things over here. We could move these 5 over here and that over here before we move the sheep. Releasing the sheep is the big trick, I think, to this. Okay. Now that we've done that, however, we need to play the 3 over here. Okay. And then the only way you get that correct amount of deaths is here. And this is 6 deaths, which would turn into 7, 8 deaths. Because this square is 8, not 7. That's what I was thinking. Let's try that again. So maybe the move is actually to just like throw 1 there. Okay. Then the remaining deaths are trying to just reduce the number of sheep. And maybe we don't need to actually use the full movement. We could spin this around, certainly. If I did 2 sheep here to kill, and then went and reduced what would be the remaining 7 sheep down to 5, that would be 2 more. Maybe it should be 3 sheep that would get killed. This would get you your 7 deaths if we can find a way to get this first number right. Which I need 4 more deaths. And this would kill 3. This would kill 4. Can move things around. Can we move things around? If we went backwards this way, did that, then did that. And all the numbers were wrong now. It's an intriguing thought, certainly, to do that and do that. That can't be right. Because that just gets you in the total wrong spot. Like, it immediately gets you in the wrong spot. By having 5. The only way you fix that is to do that. And then the only way to move forward would be to clear that. Okay. Then the question would come down to, if there were 6 here and I threw a 2, would that reduce it? Now I need to throw a 3 and a 3. If we did that, then we did that. We could potentially do that, and then that, and then do this. Okay. Well, that may get you that far. You're never going to get that split that you need if you combine the 2 3s. Never going to have a 1. It's got to be 2 2s with a 3 in some way. Unless there was some secret way to kill the totem itself. Which I don't buy. So, every bit of logic in my mind says you gotta do this. Maybe it's something like this. Let's see what that does. Okay. Everything still feels good. That's 4 and 3. So then, how can we kill 2? Maybe if it was over here instead. That'll kill 1, and that's 1 less than 1. So maybe that's the move. If all 5 of these jumped over here, that would leave only 1 spot. We couldn't get 2 sheep with 1 bundle of 6 with only 1 spot. If I burned 3 right now, then I need 3 more lives. So the question really is coming down to, is there some way to twist this more? A 2 and a 3 here would leave me with 3. Still not useful. It's got to be this 5. We've got to figure out a way to get this 5 to cooperate. But I don't see how. If I jumped, say, like these two here, then I would lose 4 lives. And that would probably be the right amount of sheep remaining. And that does uniquely give me 2 more groups of wolves to be alive. Now the burner can't get to this spot. Might have been able to get to that spot if I put this over here. So the only way to get the right number of deaths then would be to do that. But pretty obviously we've messed up the numbers again, because there's no way you're going to get... Well, wait a minute, there would have been a way to get that had I not moved the sheep first. Let's see if we can remember how we did that. Let's see, this here, and then this here. I'm going to, I guess, just preemptively burn those 2. And then the move it's gotta be that we eliminate 1 of these by landing here. And so there you have 4 and 3, there's your 7 ready to go. Then we land the sheep. Then we take that out, and we take that out. That took longer than I would have liked. I was really hoping that in this episode we have 1 more star, so we just have to find the 1 puzzle that is missing 1 star. Here it is, for World of Ruins. Yep, I really would have liked to have been more confident that I would have finished this entire series in this episode. One of the achievements that they have is called the sheep is a lie, when a sheep teleports through one of these platforms. Not really in the mood these days to once again have a cake is a lie joke. Like it's been so overplayed. Like my feelings on the subject haven't drastically changed for any reason. It's just, yeah, it's gotten corny, I guess, for lack of a better term. Okay. If this is 2, then I wonder if the move is to put this back with this. No, I don't think that would really do anything. And we need to get rid of a 3 somewhere here. I think probably the move here is you're probably not supposed to split these guys early. And instead you're supposed to split group like that, and then do that. And there we have 5 sheep. At max we want 4 and 3. So let's just try and get the wolves out of the way. Right. So, yeah. If we were to move that here, and then like throw that there, that doesn't work, does it? that was a mistake. Let's put this back here and this back here. Yeah, that would have gotten us somewhere where we needed to go. I'm not sure this is 100% right. In fact, I'm really just gonna wing it quite a bit here. So the hope, I guess, would be to move things around. We need a group of 4, and we would need, so like losing one here probably doesn't matter that much. Adding this back this way probably, well, that did get us 2. Did we need to? Or are we just breaking things in unnecessary ways? If I combine this with this, it's gonna give me just the wrong numbers always. So let's say that was supposed to be a 5. Let's say we put this here and we jump this here. It gives us 2. Let's say we jumped that back this way and did that. And then that would give us 1. Okay. Now, we have 5 wolves ready to go. Is there any way possible we could reduce the number down to 4? We can reduce it down to 5, but then you overshoot it. So my suspicion is we need to throw a 3. But I can't get the 3 in that area, can I? And you don't want to just feed everything to these guys and end up with a 3, because then you just have things divisible by 3, which is not super helpful. If maybe the move was to have a 2, maybe that would make some sense. Yeah, you'd feed like 2 there. Then we could just get rid of the 6, I think, just to get free room. Okay. So we now have 1 wolf that's separate. We have a group here that can be separated into groups of 6 or 5. We want 5 wolves, which would mean we would want 1 spare. If we reduce this one by 1, I don't think that works. If I fed 3 here, then there would be 3 wolves, but landing on 4 wouldn't do anything. If you were to combine wolves and sheep, you basically would have to feed all 6 wolves to that platform for that to work. Then you'd have to throw some more wolves on it. So how do we get down to 4? See, that just merged everything together, and then that can split everything again. Maybe you could move some things around and kill a wolf, I guess. That might be a trick. Yeah, there's just no way though that this number is going to be right. 7 will give you 1. 6, 7, 8. Now. Okay. So I can get it down to 5 now. So we've got our 5 wolves now out of the picture. But we have absolutely no way of reducing this 6 down to 4. We'd need another 2 somewhere. And if we had these 3 over here, that wouldn't do anything. It does feel like this is the move. It's to get this 2 and hold on to the 2. Maybe you lose a wolf there, and that doesn't really matter. Maybe you put the wolves over here, and so maybe we're supposed to now start to try and consider something, whether it's to feed the wolves. We can make one more move without really committing to anything just by doing that. So now we have 6 wolves with a 2 wolf group. We have 2 here. And we have a full 6 here. So it probably is the move. It might be the right move, at least. I'll say that much to do that. I guess the question is now, what can we do? Do we just re-merge things? Since I don't think anything's really changed yet. And then split. Okay. If we were going to get to 4 from that spot, can we do that? Maybe. Because I don't know how, though. Okay. I'm thinking what happens here is that at some spot, and I'm not sure where, or I'm not sure it even matters, we take this 2 and take out 2 of these 2 sheep, and then that would give us 1. Then we take this 8 and that would give us 2, and that would probably be 1 short. So it can't be something like that. What if we were to put the 2 here and feed that? Didn't do that. Well, that does successfully break it into 4 and 4. And that means I do have this extra 1 to do that. And then that should be 5 unless I've miscounted horribly. And I just got 2 achievements, which leaves me at 15 out of 19. One says Achievement Hunter, the other says I know math. So we now have 90 out of 90 in the World of Ruins, and that certainly gives me a decent amount of hope that we could get the remaining puzzle solved. In the middle here, we're missing 2 stars, which is probably separated by 2 puzzles. Back here in Cold World. Okay. First step, how do we reduce the number of sheep down to 5? If I did that, then that's 5 there. Just ready to go. Simple swap. And then we've got a free space. A very free space. Next, we just want to figure out how to get 1 sheep. We have 9, so if we did 4 and 4, that should give us 1. Okay. But the slight problem here is the 6 here has got to play somehow. We can't cross this barrier as far as the center spot. So if this jumps over here and feeds all of them, then we have that. We have no 1 wolf. This has to be reduced by 1. So we need to figure out a way to get 5 sheep somehow. 5 minus 4. 5 minus this spot would be 4. But then how do we get rid of this? Maybe we just do that. See, that may just have been unthinkable previously. Weirdly, that number doesn't seem like that's adding up correctly. But you can't swap either. That didn't work. Well, if that didn't work, then this should work. Okay. So then I guess the question is, how do we get 5? Probably shouldn't be that hard. You just do that and that. And there's your 5. Okay. But then we would need 1 sheep. So it's not the same pattern for both. But I think that's doable. Like, do that. And then you feed one of these, I guess, over here to that. Clear out yet another space. But I both needed to do two different things, don't I? Like, if I throw this 9 here, I'm gonna end up with 1 sheep, which is fine, except for the fact that I don't have the original 5 sheep I need. And this could only be reduced down to 3, which is too few. And then 3 plus 1 still doesn't add up. If there just happened to be some way we could kind of split this around. Guess this works. Maybe? Well, that seems like our 5. There's our 1. If we throw this here in that spot now, I think I've got it. Just make sure I put the sheep in the right order and don't feed the wolf to the sheep platform. Okay. Yeah, I definitely improving that. Just skipping through the levels if you're having any difficulty was very much the right move. Like, this would have been a nightmare had I just been stuck on some of these puzzles the first time around. Some of these puzzles still are very much nightmares, but they're not anywhere as bad as they could have been. Okay, so we need 3 sheep, which means we need some kind of reduction. And if we put a 6 here, you do this, and that gets you 1 free space and 1 wolf. So, can't really reduce wolves. We could reduce sheep. We just kind of need to get rid of wolves completely. So I almost wonder if maybe the move is to just get rid of a bunch of wolves. We need a 3. We've got a 2 here. Could we figure out a way to get to 1? If we took out 1 spot here, then there would be 2, 2, 3 in halves. So one spot would leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. I probably should have taken out 2 spots then. That would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. Could take out 2 spots by killing the sheep and having them. However, so maybe that is the right move. Okay, so now we've got the right amount of spots for 3. Which then kind of doesn't matter what we do, because this is going to be the limiting spot. And so that should be your 3. Now the question is, this bloody coin, this is still really stupid. How can we get a 1 when we only have one group of 1? There's just no way. So it's probably a case where the move is to, you have 3 groupings here. You have exactly 4 people. So, or 4 groupings of sheep. So you are extremely limited by what you can do. If I go and split 4 into 8 and then removed 6 from 8, I'd have 2 halves, which would equal 1. So let's see if that's correct. Don't think I'm losing anything by just coming over here and standing. Okay, so 6 would take out all of those, which would leave me only a half. But we can address that, can't we? We can just turn it down to 5. Need those. Okay. So then the only thing left is just how are we going to reduce this down to 2 now that we have just like nothing left. I can take a 6 down to 5. 5 would then make 9. 9 could be reduced down to 5 halves. 5 halves would fit here still. Having extras really isn't going to do anything for you. This brings you down to 7. We would want 4. Which would mean we would need like 1 wolf here. Can we reach that point? Somehow. Is there any possible way that we could have just 1 wolf here? No. Then that means we need something. And I mean, at any point you could keep these guys over here and reduce your numbers. So this was supposed to just be some weird math where you just need 1.5 twice. That wouldn't really make sense though. This would give you 1 or 2 wolves and a 4. Now we have a lot of wolves over here, but I don't think you could do anything more with them. You could feed them, and then you could try to fulfill the requirements, but it's just not really going to happen. And there's just no way that this is right. No way at all. So we got to figure out that outcome as the first step. How many would we want to leave 6 remaining here. Is there a way to have that happen? That definitely changes up the math when you do that. But jumping back, you're going to have 9 and some extra to spare. So even if you were to do that, it gets you to 1.5. And that gets you to 2.5. You just have so few left at that point. If we were to, let's see, doing that will get you 3 spaces empty. Just a normal 3 spaces, but then you don't have 3 groupings. So there are definitely some paths here that are kind of obviously wrong. Yeah. And what I think I want to do here is just leave room for another episode. We have the Dark World with missing 4 stars and Spring World missing 7 stars. So obviously I'm not going to finish this in this episode, unfortunately. I'd hoped that I would have, but no such luck. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Thanks for watching.